It was all...
Because you've been through it before, does it make it any easier?
No, it's never gets easy. It's always tough to deal with. Because you love the game so much. I love the game so much. I love playing. You know, it's to come out and play and put on a uniform and suit up and practice and work out with the guys. Come out of that tunnel every night. Like, for me, I get a thrill. That's a thrill of mine. And for someone to take that thrill away from me, man, that is just, it would destroy me.
Well, it was something that is not new to you, but for Vernon Macklin it was, second-round draft pick who had to go through it for the first time, and also Walker D. You got to feel pretty good for him as well, huh?
You know, I feel great for those guys, man. You know, they deserve it. Learn, you know, every day to come in and work on his body, work on his game. You know, keep his conditioning up. So he earned it. He earned the spot here in practice. The guy works his butt off. And the same with Walker. Walker came in and, you know, done a great job running the team, helping us to these last couple wins. He's done great things out there on the floor for us, not only on the floor, but in the locker room as well. So they deserve it, and I'm happy for them.
Final thing, talking with Damian Wilkins, is because you've won 2 games in a row, you're going to see New Jersey in a home and home. Does that make it a little bit easier, the fact you know so much about them?
No, it's never an easy night in this league. It's always a challenge, because that's a team that deeply needs to win as well. So they're going to come out and play hard. They're well coached. They have talent on that team that's able to compete with anyone in the league. You know, so they're going to come out and play hard, try their best to get a win as well. And we're going to try to keep our streak going. So it should be 2 hard-fought games.
Well, congratulations again, and good luck here tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Damian Wilkins with us, and that's in the locker room.
Hello, I'm Keith Lang, Vice President and General Manager of Tennyson Chevrolet in Livonia. 55 years of outstanding value and integrity have made us one of the most respectful dealerships in the community. So you ask, why should I come to Tennyson Chevrolet? It's simple. All dealers pay the same price for their vehicles from the manufacturer. What makes Tennyson Chevrolet different is how we structure the deals for you, our customer. At Tennyson Chevrolet, there isn't any confusing fine print. You'll know everything up front and exactly what you're paying for before we close the deal. On Plymouth Road, just west of Merriman in Livonia.
There's a move on to a wireless company called Metro PCS. A move to no annual contracts, to affordable Android, to 4G LTE for less, to nationwide coverage, to unlimited talk, text, and web with taxes and regulatory fees included in every low flat rate plan, to the hottest phones. It's why everybody's moving to Metro. Metro PCS, wireless for all. Coverage and services not available everywhere. 4G LTE coverage and services available in select metropolitan areas. See a store or metropcs.com for more details.
At first they thought her heart was enlarged, and then they said it's actually a tumor. She had to have a heart transplant. They told me that she needed to go to Children's Hospital of Michigan.
It was Christmas Eve, and I'll never forget that moment when we received that call.
The nurse told me that Liza got a heart. All I could think of was like, okay, this is really happening. She was in surgery for several hours. Then Dr. Delius came out and said it was a success. I just rejoiced. The staff at Children's Hospital gave me so much hope.
There's no place like Children's Hospital.
DMC Children's Hospital, Michigan. For 125 years. Always there, just for them.
Children's Hospital didn't just save her life, they saved ours.
It's DMC Children's Hospital of Michigan's 125th birthday, and we want to hear your Children's Hospital story. Just go to childrensdmc.org.
That you guys have that thing and stuff a Hungry Howie's radio ads.
What are you sketching?
I call them Hungry Howie's Super Sides. Capitalizing on the whole superhero craze?
Super size?
Yeah, Hungry Howie's Pizza with Super Sides. Kapow!
Oh, like the side item from their menu?
Yeah! Ba-da-da! Fighting hunger with flavor. Ah! Boneless wings kicking into action. Na-na! Mr. Crisp Salad, always keeping things cool. Nah!
Why is that sub on fire?
Oven-baked subs, bro. Bringing some heat to the feast. Right.
Ooh, who's the hottie riding the wave of Pepsi? Ooh la la, mama.
Wait, no. Yes. Is that my sister? Not cool. I make no apologies for my art or your sister.
Hunger fighting super side items. Oh, that's an idea. Don't go solo. Team up with a side item when you order at Hungry Howie's Pizza. Hungry Howie.
And Jerry back at you on a Metro PCS Pistons game show. Pistons basketball presented to you by PNC Bank for the Achiever in all-time now to go around in the NBA. And today the NBA announced the rosters for the 2012 BBVA Rising Stars Challenge. It's the rookie and sophomore game, except this time around they're going to have a little bit different of a format. First off, two Pistons made it. Brandon Knight, of course, and Greg Monroe. Both will be on the rosters of these two teams. Now, the new format is being implemented to a game that has historically featured rookies against sophomores. But first, for the first time this year, Charles Barkley and Shaq from TNT will serve as general managers of two opposing teams, Team Chuck and Team Shaq. Each will draft 9-man rosters. Among those on these rosters, along with Knight and Monroe, Kyrie Irving, Ricky Rubio, Paul George, DeMarcus Cousins, Evan Turner, John Wall, and Blake Griffin. So it should be a fun event for Friday night, February 24th during All-Star Weekend in Orlando. That's our look around in the NBA. Let's head back to New Jersey. Lawrence Frank.
Coach's Corner with Detroit Pistons head coach Lawrence Frank.
Welcome to New Jersey and Coach's Corner with Lawrence Frank, brought to you by Dunham Sports. New Jersey Nets are becoming rather familiar here. You'll see them again in a home-and-home. Saw them a couple of games ago, so does it make it a little easier to prepare, seeing them so often?
Well, I think it does in a sense. Obviously, they were minus Anthony Morrow when we played them. They were down to 8 players. We obviously, more than likely will have some new additions as well. But, yeah, I think it helps, especially in a player's mind. It helps just because it's a little bit fresher. So when you're talking about things, there's, it hits them a little bit quicker.
Well, Darren Williams obviously was a major factor in the first game, although you only fell by 3 points. But he's the guy you got to figure out, right?
Well, yeah, and the league needs to figure him out. I mean, he's an all-star and an Olympian for a reason. I think the thing is you got to try to make it. Too many times we allow him to dance with the ball, so now he gets his rhythm. So he gets those multiple dribbles where he's really going nowhere, but he's just kind of sizing up his defender. We have to do a little bit better job of getting into his airspace, making things tougher. But he's an elite player, and that when guys are superstars, there's a reason why they're called superstars.
Well, Brandon Knight's wearing a mask now, which is not an unusual sight with the Pistons, it seems like. But how effective can he be tonight?
Yeah, I don't think he limited. I mean, to me, I don't think he put any roadblocks in the way. You expect him to play the same exact way he played, before he broke his nose. And what the adjustment period is, obviously it affects everyone differently.
And you mentioned Will Bynum and BG. What are their situations?
They'll be game time decisions. So we'll see. They went through shoot around. We'll see how they feel after, and we'll have an answer tonight.
The way you've played here the last couple of games, getting 2 victories, what's that do for the overall team psyche?
Well, I think for me, like I've always talked about it, it's more the process. Obviously, you're out there to win the game. But I think the steps, how we win. So in that New Orleans game, where it was the 7th game in 9 nights, back-to-back, it had to be a grind. We're shorthanded. We lose Brandon in the first quarter, and we had to fight, scrap, and defend. And, so I thought it was good to see that sort of spirit, and that was encouraging. And you just want to keep on building on the proper habits, like we've had the last 2 days in practice, and just keep on taking steps forward.
This is kind of a nervous time around the league for fellows who didn't have guaranteed contracts. Now, 3 guys, Damian and Vernon and Walker D, all have been guaranteed the rest of the way.
Those guys are rewarded not just for their talent, but for their spirit and their team-first mentality. And I think that's vital. When you put together a team, everyone has a role to play. And it's understanding that everyone understands their role and embraces the bigger picture.
I don't think just, you talked about Darren Williams, but with Morrow back, he had a huge game a couple of games ago. So what are the concerns of him and the other parts of their team?
Yeah, with Morrow, look, he's, one of the better 3-point shooters in the league, in the history of the league, really, and an outstanding free throw shooter. So that 42 was against Minnesota. They ran very few plays for him, but the ball kept on finding him. And when you have a high-level player like Williams, who not only can beat his primary defender, but for secondary help, that's when guys like Morrow get open airspace for rhythm jump shots.
Well, best of luck tonight.
I appreciate it, Mark.
Lawrence Frank, and that's our Coach's Corner. It's brought to you by Dunham Sports.
The Metro PCS Pistons Tonight pregame show was brought to you by Metro PCS, wireless for all, and by the Detroit Medical Center, home of the Detroit Pistons stocks. Find your DMC sports stock at dmc.org. This is the Pistons Basketball Network.
The Pistons are back, out to be their best. And how about you? Strayed a bit from your health and fitness goals? Fortunately, Better Health Store, the Pistons' official sports nutrition supplier, is here to the assist. Look to us for better products at better prices, so that when it comes time to helping you lose weight, gain muscle, and feel your best, it's game on at our 13 Michigan locations.